The political temperature in Britain just soared to boiling point, and today's Prime Minister's questions delivered a drama nobody saw coming. Imagine stepping into the heart of Parliament, where the air is thick with tension, and the future of the country swings on every word. What would you do if you were suddenly put on the spot about rising unemployment, with the eyes of the nation fixed on you? Well, Keir Starmer found himself right there, and his reaction was nothing short of jaw-dropping. But before we dive into the fiery exchange, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button now and join our community for the sharpest takes and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Don't miss out on the twists ahead. The session began with a shock as Starmer was confronted about a deeply personal attack on his home, one that left not just him, but the entire chamber reeling. Is this the new normal in British politics, where leaders' families become targets? And what does it say about the state of our democracy? The Prime Minister, visibly rattled, tried to steady the ship, acknowledging the gravity of the attack while thanking those who reached out. But then, as if the tension wasn't high enough, the focus swerved to those troubling unemployment numbers, the kind that keep families awake at night. Just yesterday, news broke that joblessness has climbed 10% since the last election. Why is this happening on Starmer's watch? Is it just the economy's cycle, or is there something deeper at play? Rather than answering head-on, Starmer launched into a defensive reel of figures: 200,000 new jobs, record investment, interest rates on the slide. But do numbers tell the whole story? Or is this just smoke and mirrors hiding an uncomfortable truth? He was quick to draw contrasts with the chaos of the previous Conservative government, the infamous Liz Truss mini-budget, soaring inflation, and a financial black hole that made headlines around the world. Yet, the opposition wasn't letting him off the hook. Let's talk about Bealls, a department store in Dorset that survived wars and economic upheaval for 180 years, but crumbled under Labour. What would you say to the people who suddenly found themselves out of work, through no fault of their own? In response, the Prime Minister claimed nobody wanted to see job losses and insisted the previous government's record wasn't as rosy as it seemed. We've struck new trade deals, created jobs, and secured investment others only dreamed of, he argued. But here's the twist. Are these deals truly safeguarding British workers, or are they just political trophies? The conversation ping-ponged from India to the US, to Europe, with accusations that the opposition would tear up deals and risk thousands of livelihoods. Can Britain really afford that gamble when so many are already worried about their next paycheck? The opposition pressed on, highlighting that every major supermarket, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Asda, has cut staff every single month this year. The Office for National Statistics says there are 100,000 fewer jobs than just a year ago, before the new jobs tax even kicks in. The question was simple. Can the Prime Minister promise that unemployment will fall by next year? The answer? Evasion. Instead, he challenged his critics to visit factories and communities benefiting from trade deals, suggesting they see the impact for themselves. But would you be convinced by that tour? Or would you want hard guarantees? The debate spilled into the world of charities and healthcare, with hospices like Farley facing daunting new costs. Where will they find an extra £250,000 for the jobs tax? The Prime Minister pointed to new funding, but critics called it smoke and mirrors, money earmarked for capital spending, not running costs. Is this just clever accounting, or is there a genuine safety net for the country's most vulnerable? With business leaders warning that new employment rights might stifle growth, and unions saying workers are being thrown on the scrap heap, the session ended with a haunting question. Is Labour's promise of protection really working, or are more jobs at risk than ever before? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think made the stronger case? And as if all that wasn't enough drama, let's pivot to the royal stage. Meghan Markle's popularity with Brits is tumbling, despite her efforts to reinvent herself as a lifestyle icon. According to Fresh YouGov polling, just 20% of Britons view her positively, a sharp drop after her Netflix ventures and high-profile rebranding. Even Prince Harry's favorability has tanked. Is the public growing tired, or are the Sussexes simply misunderstood? Royal correspondent Cameron Walker notes a steady decline ever since Meghan and Harry walked away from royal duties. Her latest projects, from Instagram relaunches to a lifestyle business, have met a chilly reception. Viewers are divided. Some enjoyed her Netflix series, Others called it staged and inauthentic. Where do you stand on the Great Sussex debate? Let's hear your take below. If you enjoyed this whirlwind journey through British politics and royal intrigue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe right now for more stories that keep you thinking long after the credits roll. See you in the next one.